Shabbat Shalom, everyone. In this week's portion, Joseph is taken out of prison and becomes the CEO of Egypt. How did that happen? Well, the commentaries have their views, but today I want to bring you a very simple interpretation of this week's portion. Some will say too simple, but I think within simplicity lies a great truth. See, I think that Joseph always wanted to be the ruler of Egypt, and because he thought of that the whole day, it came to him in his dreams. His father knew that, and he cultivated that aspiration in Joseph. Yes, he scolded him a few times about the style which he presented the dreams, but Jacob told Joseph, go ahead. He made him a Technicolor dream coat. He made him go to his brothers. He learned with him all the time. He cultivated that aspiration to be a leader. And Joseph seizes every opportunity. He goes down to Egypt, into Potiphar. He keeps a straight head. He does not fall into the trap of the Potiphar's wife when she tries to seduce him. Even when he's thrown to the pit afterwards, he befriends the butler and the baker, knowing that these two individuals are very close to Pharaoh. And in the end, it paid off, because the butler reminds Pharaoh that there is an individual that knows about dream more than anybody else. And there it happens. He's standing eyeball to eyeball with Pharaoh, and he can tell him whatever he wants. And then the chutzpah starts. This is a trait. There's no translation to the word chutzpah. Some will say ambition, some will say being assertive, but there's no word for chutzpah. After he translates Pharaoh's dream and he sticks his foot in the door, Joseph carries on and places his whole body in the room and says, hang on a minute. I also know what you have to do. After you heard my interpretation to the dream, look around. You got to find a person that's wise enough to handle the business of Egypt in the days of famine. And obviously, the smartest person in the room is the guy that just interpreted the dream. How smart is that of Joseph, putting his whole body, his whole being in the room, in the center of attention. So not only that Joseph is ambitious, he makes his dream come true. Now some will say this explanation is very simplistic, but I say, look at Jacob, look at the father. He cultivates this dream within Joseph. He wants to go down to Egypt. He knows that according to the prophecy, everybody will go down to Egypt. They do not want to be ruled, they want to be rulers. So when Joseph comes up with these aspirations, Jacob cultivates them. And this teaches us a great lesson. When a child comes to his father with a dream, never tell him to let go of a dream. Cultivate it. Feed his aspirations. Feed his longing and yearning to fulfill that dream. It's simple enough, but we don't do it enough. We tell our children, oh, that's a nice dream. That's a nice thought. That's a nice career path you want to take. But maybe choose something different. But if the child wants it, make sure you allow him and you cultivate that aspiration and let him make it happen. Shabbat Shalom.